Morning, it's Gaddafi book review. This is going to be a little bit of a different book review, as that it's not really about prepping or survival or anything like that. As a veteran, a post 9/11 veteran, you see things a little bit differently than maybe other people do. A guy named Matt Best wrote a book about himself. You might have seen him on Matt Best 11X. He's got his own YouTube channel. He was part of the people that did Range 15. Also, there is the founder of Black Rifle Coffee too. So, really cool guy, very interesting. Very cool life. He was a Ranger, Army Ranger, straight out of high school. Like straight out of high school at 17 and a half. You know, you got a guy that's went and got Ranger qualified, 5 combat tours overseas as Ranger, and then did another 5 years as a private contractor. So he wrote his own autobiography about himself, and he's got a different philosophy on life, right? And that's kind of why I really enjoy him. Instead of dwelling on the negative stereotypes of veterans, he's more uplifting of veterans and talking about the awesome creative side that people have and all the things that you can do and veterans have. The biggest thing veterans look for is the community that they had while deployed. And I'll even second that, you know. When you're deployed overseas, there's a brotherhood that is closer than your family will ever be. You're closer than the blood people because you're there day in, day out, 24/7, knowing that, you know, the guy next to you has your back and will kill for you and will defend you and will be there for you. And you work out together and you share stories and everything gets told. There's nothing hidden. Like, you become one, you know. And it's a very unique thing to see because you don't see it in the civilian world very rarely. I mean, I'm lucky and fortunate enough that I tried to bring that side of my life home, and then I kind of incorporated it into my, you know, prepping group as far as that's how I see it, you know, sharing that kind of family bonding experience with the people in my May group. So that is amazing with that ability, you know. He doesn't want to sit there and stereotype veterans into a corner of saying they're just a bunch of suicidal PTSD wackos that are just ready to go postal and shoot up a school, you know. He's more like, hey, look, these guys are, you know, hard charging, ready to do something, ready to create something. You know, they want to create a coffee company, they want to create a whiskey company, you know, they creating a YouTube channel for prepping and all this kind of stuff. So it's really cool to see what he was able to do. And the book, I would say, it's humorously titled "Thank Me for My Service." And if you're not a veteran or EMS cop or this, you might find this book incredibly crude and offensive. So I'm giving a forewarning on this book. The language is extremely strong. So it's not for kids. I wouldn't recommend it. It's written really more towards the veteran community, but anybody can read it. It might give you some insight on, you know, the veteran community and kind of showing a little bit of light on us. But again, I'm giving you a very heads up. The language is pretty extreme in this book. And some of the stories he tells probably aren't really kid friendly. But again, you know, the book was excellent. It's a quick read. I had it on Audibles, so, you know, a quick listen. But it was about 8 hours, which is about average for a shorter book. I think right now it's actually bestseller book currently going on, and people are already upset about it. So it's kind of funny. People don't really appreciate it. People are getting upset the way he worded things and talked about his war stories. So, anyways, I recommend the book, but I'm gonna give people a heads up beforehand. Don't come to me upset that I told you to read this book and that I didn't warn you with the language and this. If that bothers you, don't read the book. I'm just telling you beforehand. So, anyways, like, subscribe. We're so close to 300. I think we're sitting at 298. If we can get to 300 by today, that'd be awesome. I believe I double checked at the very end. untailing this, but at the very end, check my Amazon shipping, and the giveaway is finally reaching its intended person, and they're going to be creating an unboxing video for it. So good luck, Andy, and have a great day, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification.